Hey guys, and welcome to part 14 of Let's Play Pokemon SoulSilver. In the last part we crossed the Great Ocean. Okay, it wasn't that dramatic and over the top, but we did do some surfing. And now we're on this little island, Cinnawood Island, and yeah, we have, once again we have the ridiculous legendary dog Pokemon. What's he called? Swunkine, whatever. Blue Dog, I'm going to call him Blue Dog. And once again, it's so ridiculous. This guy comes along talking about how mystic and how graceful this wonderful beast is. And it's just like boing, 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 boing. Apparently it running across the water was meant to be majestic. But to us it was just bouncing like it was on a pogo stick. But whatever, this guy wants to fight us. Because this is why I kind of say that these games are more closer to Crystal, which I think is something I already said in this LP. Because of this guy. This guy's a completely new character. Pretty much, he's pointless. Not completely pointless though. It's just a new kind of storyline they added for Crystal, and of course they they throw it in this game as well. And yeah, so now we're fighting him because, I mean, what else can you do in Pokemon? Really, you shouldn't fight these guys any times in terms of the story and what happens with this guy and what, he says, and because this storyline is all about the legendary Blue Dog Pokemon. But of course, in Pokemon, if it's just some guy talking, that's incredibly boring. So, for an arbitrary reason, as in because Blue Dog likes you for some reason, it's never explained why the legendary Pokemon take an interest to you as a player, It's not like Skyrim where apparently you have dragon blood or some nonsense like that, I don't know. God, that game's story was stupid. Yeah, anyway, it's just, they just go up to you and it's like, hey, what's up? And I think it's meant to be that you're compassionate, so they sense that or something, that you're good to your Pokemon, so the legendary dogs are like, oh, ruff ruff, not bad, or something like that. But yeah, so this guy takes you on because he wants to see if you're worthy of talking to Blue Dog. Although the funny thing is that guy, he says that he's been trying to find Blue Dog for like years, and he hasn't even approached him at all, or even got really close. From what I can tell, you get the closest, or he got the closest to the Blue Dog when he was in the Burnt Tower. But I mean, he sucks. I'm pretty cool. I'm on a quest to save I'm on the quest to get all the gym badges and beat the Elite Four. But if I befriend a Blue Dog legendary bouncing pogo stick Pokemon, then so be it. And yes, very important. I went in that house there, talked to that guy. You have to get that medicine, because that's the whole point. And I believe that if you don't talk to the gym leader Jasmine in the lighthouse, that guy won't give you the medicine. And you don't have Fly yet, so that means you'll have to go all the way back across the water, which isn't too bad if you have repels. I remember when I was playing the original Pokemon Silver back on the Game Boy, it being a massive pain in the arse getting across the water, but I think that's because I didn't use repels. I just couldn't be bothered, it was a lot of hassle. But in this game I just use a repel and you just get across it really quick. But enough about that, we're already at the next gym. Because really, it is about time that we did a gym, It's been 2 parts without a gym battle. It's crazy. It's bananas. It doesn't make any sense. And I already mentioned how this part of the game is where it gets hard. And oh boy, does it get hard. I would have to say, for me personally, this gym is the hardest gym out of all of them. The 6th gym after this one is also pretty tricky. But I would have to say that this one is the hardest one. I don't know if you agree with me out there, if you think there is a harder gym. Because logically you would think that the last gym would be the hard one, which I believe is a dragon type gym. And obviously I think that one is quite hard as well, but I managed to do it. But this one, I think it's just because of my strategy of how I play these games that I find it really hard, this gym. Because I have 5 or so Pokemon, so my overall strategy, I don't really think about it, but it's how it happens, is that I will have a type when I come across a Pokemon, because I have 5 Pokemon types, I will when I come across any Pokemon, I should be able to take it out, or have a Pokemon high enough level to beat it. I should have something that's super effective against it, or be able to do some damage to it. Oh yeah, and Erock's finally evolving, that's kinda nice. But of course, with the fighting gym, I don't have anything super effective against it, really. I have Hawkins, but Hawkins can't take hits, it's not very defensive, and it only has Gust. I think it has Twister as well, but that's a dragon type move and is weak. So really I needed to teach Hawkins a better flying type attack, and if I did that I probably would have found this gym a lot easier. But I always find this gym incredibly difficult. It kind of goes out, it's kind of out of nowhere, I would say. But you know, you come to this place and it turns out you can come here. Because this is the 5th gym, not Jasmine. She's not the 5th gym leader, this guy is. And this is why I said make sure you battle every single trainer. But really, you shouldn't have that much trouble with this gym if you had like a strong flying type or like a Fearow, and you only had like 4, maybe 3 Pokemon. If you had 3 Pokemon and one of them was a flying type or a psychic type, you would have been absolutely fine in this gym. But that never happens with me at this point in the game. And one thing that makes this like particularly difficult is that their Pokemon, the normal trainers' Pokemon, as you can see, this Hitmonchan is just messing me up. It's just destroying me. It's just taking out all my Pokemon in like 1 or 2 hits. I'm surprised I even beat this thing, but it went through every single one of my Pokemon pretty much. And luckily Mega Dude has pretty high defense, so it could take the hits. Well, it just died, but that's not the point. I forgot that Erock actually takes out this Machamp, or Hitmonchan. But yeah, it's really tough taking on these trainers. So, and the only place you can really train is on the ocean, so that's no good for anything that's super effective against fighting types. So my Pokemon didn't get as leveled up as I would have liked when taking on these trainers. Especially York. As you can see, I've had York out the whole time, and every time he just gets his ass kicked. And I hope this guy I think has more Machops. Yeah, he has 3 Pokemon, or Mankeys. And I really hope he has a Machoke, because I kind of missed my opportunity, but the other guy has a Machoke. And for some reason in this game, the Machoke's design is really weird. His mouth looks like a toad's mouth. Like, I really hope that there is one. If not, I might just slap it on screen. But if you look at its mouth, it's like round and circle, and it's like a duck. So it doesn't. You're gonna see it now, but it doesn't look right. It looks really weird. I don't know why they designed it like that. Once again, I think I've mentioned it before, but when it comes to the 1st generation Pokemon, oh yeah, this guy's called Lung. That's a stupid name. But yeah, when it comes to 1st generation Pokemon, their designs are really inconsistent because of the Game Boy and all that, but they're still inconsistent. Machoke doesn't have like a frog mouth. It doesn't happen, he's a strong guy. He's not like, he doesn't have, no. And by the way, one thing that's quite nice about this gym, I guess, is that there's no puzzle. All you have to do is come to this left side, hit that switch, and you can take on the gym leader. Because Chuck, apparently is his name, because he's a bit mental, and he likes to... It's actually quite funny, this dialogue that he says to you. You point out that him having a waterfall on him has nothing to do with Pokemon battles, and he's like, let's fight! I will destroy you in battle. That's his, witty comeback. Okay, so I'm doing something a bit different here with this gym leader, because I said it's the hardest one, and this is a let's play, so this is like my experience with the game and me playing through it. So, I lose this battle. I don't win this one. Obviously it's a bit risky showing a losing battle in a Pokemon LP, because nobody really wants to see that. But I just wanted to throw it out there, because the other battles I won first time, but this one I lost, and this is my experience with the game, so... Of course it was an incredibly long battle, so there was no way I was going to show it in normal speed. So yeah, this is a sped up version of my battle, and this is how I lost. I didn't know what Pokemon he had, I completely forgot. I knew they were going to be high level, like around level 30, and my Pokemon are nowhere near that at the moment. So I sent in York first to try and do something. He sucked. Then I sent in Hawkins because it was supposed to be super effective, but it sucked. Hawkins just couldn't take the hits. Then I sent in Mega Dude. I almost took it out. I almost took that bloody Primate out. But I completely forgot this guy has a Poliwrath, which I love. I think I've already mentioned this, but I love Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath. I've just never used one. I've never used them. So, I mean, I would like to use one at some point, and because I think Poliwhirl is actually really cool, and I did really like him back in the day. And so Mega Dude survived the longest because it was high defensive, but this Poliwrath is also really high defense, and it's just can take hits so well that it's just ridiculous. So of course Mega Dude was always going to go down because one of the new abilities they added for this game, maybe the last game, maybe the third gen as well, is that certain water type Pokemon will be able to absorb all water type hits. Which really isn't too bad, because if I actually hit this Pokemon with the Surf, then it wouldn't have done much. So yeah, Mega Dude went down, and then the Fluff went out, and the only reason I sent out the Fluff before E-Rock is because I wanted to paralyze this thing. Then my plan was to keep using Defense Curl with E-Rock, because I knew Poliwrath would have some sort of water attack. So I thought if I used enough Defense Curls I could keep E-Rock in the match, but of course I just got my ass kicked. So yeah, so that's pretty much how I lost. I hope that was interesting to anyone who kind of wants to know how I play or anything like that. So next time in Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver, it's for real. It's on. Me and Chuck. It's on.